Today we're going to be talking about how India is going to be becoming a nuclear superpower. India is not yet a nuclear superpower, but it will soon be in the future. I'm Yashwant and this is Daily Talk. We are going to be talking about how India is going to be a nuclear super giant, and this video is going to be exactly explaining you this concept in less than 5 minutes. This is going to be making this concept of how India is going to be becoming a nuclear superpower simply. We are going to be talking about this is revolutionary concept. This started in the place of Kalpakkam, which is a nuclear power plant. So in Kalpakkam, as we all know, this nuclear power plant, there is a beautiful news that we all received. The nuclear metal which we actually use. So let me just tell this to people who don't know about nuclear energy and stuff. Let me just tell you guys this in a simple way. Uranium is the metal they use to produce nuclear energy, to produce electricity. So uranium is the guy. But when you actually look at uranium, how much it's present in India, you just have traces of uranium, just bits and pieces, which is not that useful, that revolutionary, because we don't have that in such an amount. Look at comparing it to the other world, we have in Australia there's 10%, Kazakhstan 24%, and we only have less than 3% of uranium left in our nation, which is like almost out of 100%, we only have 3%. And this is something depressing, and this may not be revolutionary, but we Indians have found out a way, not today or yesterday, but I'm talking about the year 1950, when Homi Bhabha, an Indian physicist who basically came up with this theory. And now as our uranium has achieved, our nuclear power plants have achieved second stage criticality. When I'm talking about the term criticality, I do not mean to signalize anything bad. I'm talking about things which is on a good note. When you look at the case of nuclear power plants and their development, you see that this is on a good note, and this is something positive when it comes to the case of nuclear power plant. And let me just tell you guys, we all of us have a homegrown talent, a homegrown alternative, and that's exactly in this case a superhero, which is going to be thorium. We have a superhero in this case, which is thorium. Thorium is the metal and thorium is the guy. He is going to be helping us to build a superpower who is going to be developed into the stage 3 of uranium. Thorium is just what we have from our own home ground. We have it almost 25% of the entire world reservoirs of thorium. We have 25%, and that's going to be put into a beautiful use. So this thorium, when you put it into a nuclear reactor, so basically this is a nuclear reactor. In the middle you guys have thorium, which is the metal which is homegrown, and outside you have a layer. Outside you have a bracket. It's just a blanket which you basically have of uranium. So it's going to be thorium in the middle and a blanket of uranium, and that is all it is. When you see, they are neutrons which is going to be rapidly exerted from the thorium, and it's going to be hitting the uranium which is present in the blanket, which is going to be causing the splitting of the uranium in providing more energy. So basically this is what is really helpful, and this is what is basically really useful, and this is going to be producing, they are splitting. So basically you see uranium are splitting into two parts which produces energy, and that is just it. And this also produces another material which is plutonium. Plutonium is considered as a waste amongst the other countries. They consider this as the nuclear waste, but Indians, Homi Bhabha, did not see it in that way. He is planning on placing a bracket of plutoniums on the outside and thorium in the inside. When they both are going to be nuclear reacting, you see they are going to be producing uranium-239. So they are going to be producing this uranium-239, which is going to be our main byproduct. And when plutonium and the uranium are going to be reacting, okay, let me just tell you guys what are the property of both. Whenever when plutonium is present in the bracket, and when thorium, which is present in the nuclear center, when they are going to be reacting, everything, when they touches it, it's going to be becoming as plutonium. When they're reacting, they are going to be turning into plutonium. So why would you actually do this? Plutonium, whenever they're using it to react, it becomes more. It quantifies into more quantity. It becomes more and more, and that's why you call it as a breeder reactor, and that's why they call it as a breeder reactor. So it becomes more and more of whatever you use to react with. And then second step is what you produce more of it, and you have uranium. When they both react, you see that more uranium is produced. As more uranium is produced, you basically get more energy. Just produce your own uranium, which is taken into nuclear power plants, and your energy is produced. And that's just the simple process which Homi Baba has created. It is now came into existence, and let's all of us wait and see what's going to be happening. If you're going to be looking at your EV bills, are they going to be reducing? Are they going to be increasing? Are they going to be staying? Is there going to be any effect? All of us might be having a lot of doubts, but let me just tell you guys, it is not going to be reducing in 1 or 2 days. It is going to be reducing very gradually, very slowly. They are going to be reducing, but drastically one day, and your EV bills will be reduced. And this is a beautiful idea. Let's all of us wait and see if this is going to become into reality, and let's all of us see if it is going to be happening, if it's going to be taking place, and what is going to be happening in the future. But this is the plan, and this is going on. Our nuclear power plant has reached second step of has reached the second stage, and we will all wait and see what's going to be happening. And then bye, see you later. It's me, Ashwan, signing off. Peace out.